We always know that when you go to conference that they're going to announce some kind of incentive, is going to map it out for the year of what they're going to do to give you more money if you grow your business. The hardest part is if you guys are just kind of waiting until conference to find out what it is and then get busy, because it's going to take you a couple weeks to get started again. So they even said last night to start working now, start building your business now, make your phone calls now, blitz, follow up with your phone calls, get all those little leads, all those people that were on your hundreds list that, you know, were not ready or said no after the holidays, or they just said go away. Follow up with them and ask them if they want to do business with you now. Because whatever you build, even if it's up until conference, it's going to probably all still count towards whatever they're going to announce at conference. And you'll just have a running start. So work your business for the next 9-10 days, however it is till conference, and build it with intention. Don't just wait to find out what's going to be, and then on the 20th you're going to start going to work. You lost 3 weeks of the month.
Before I went to conference, I was executive, and at the end of March, I was diamond. So that's true. That's exactly right. I was like building it. Not much was happening, but I was building it. I was making the phone calls. I was making the appointments.
You're being a good steward. Yep. If you're out there working it, it will grow. And then you're going to be so excited about whatever they announce, it's just going to make you go even more crazy. So just don't wait. I guess that's the biggest message I want you guys all to know, and anybody that's going to listen to the recording. Start working. You know, your rest period's over. If you truly want this to work, you have to go to work. You know, you have to blitz. You have to get on Facebook. You know, if you are a social media person, and put something on there every day. Let everybody know that you have something that's going to help them look and feel better for their New Year's resolution.
And Dan, what time is the best time to post on Facebook?
Depends on the day, and it depends on who your friends are. Like,
you really research it. You like know what's
well, it's true. Like, if the majority of your friends are school teachers, then you're not going to want to post at noon because they're all going to be working with kids. So instead, you're going to want to post on like
7 in the morning is when Jen Russo's always up there.
Yeah.
6 and 7.
Yeah, you could post early in the day. You could post
at night.
Later on, like after dinner, like 7 at night or 8 at night, like when people are, well, specifically if, just using my example, if your friends are teachers, maybe when they're getting to bed. So right before they have to go to bed because they wake up early because they're teachers. So yeah, it really depends on who your friends are, what day of the week it is, even what you're posting about. Like, you're not going to want to post about greens at 10 o'clock at night on how it can keep you up and give you lots of energy. So it really depends.
It has to be relative. So if you guys have a Facebook account, just try and just tend to it. Don't be slamming them with 20 of them in an hour. You don't want that either. And don't always be selling. You know, sometimes it's just like ask a question. You know, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? And then just put the greens on there. Or, oh my goodness, I was feeling like I was coming down with a cold. Thank goodness for my greens. You know, I fought it off, doubled up on my greens. You know, anything like that. You know, testimonies. Your testimony. If you know, as you start with your skincare, if you're starting to feel certain things, you know, shout it out on Facebook, because you can have somebody be like, you know what, I'm feeling like my eyelids getting a little droopy. I think I need that lip and eye cream.
I did that with New You. You know, I said I had the best sleep, you know, the New You, and I got a lot of hits.
What is that?
I started that
Great.
New You's
5 days ago because I sleep horribly. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like in every hour I'm looking at the clock. The last 2 nights I totally slept through till the alarm went off.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And 5 days I've been on it.
I'm lost without my New You, because I sleep like a baby with it too. So you want to start getting busy in activities again. You want to be blitzing. You want to be following up. You have to make phone calls. Don't blitz people and get their contact information if you're never going to do anything with them. Don't spend the money on a vendor event and stand there all day and try and get them to put their money, their little slip in a bucket because you want to give away a free wrap, and then not call them. Or worse yet, call them once and say, well, they weren't home. They never called me back. That was a waste. It takes a while. Sometimes it's 3 times for somebody to hear something. You know, so just keep reaching out. For me, in the fall, because I was trying to get some parties, I offered them, I told everybody they were a 50% off wrap winner. So I was going for my cost. And I would say to them, you can come and get it done at one of these opportunities I was doing to redeem your coupon. Or, if it's more convenient for me to come to you, if you have a friend there, you know, I will come to you, depending, unless they're local. Or I would say, if you have a friend or two that wants to come and get wrapped, I'll wrap you free. You know, so that I was having a party, but I never mentioned that word. You know, that's the famous P word. So I spent hours on the phone, and I remember the first day I did it in the afternoon because that's my favorite time to do it because no kids are home, and that works for me. But nobody else was home, and I was leaving all kinds of messages, and I was just getting tired of hearing my voice. So finally, by nighttime, I'm tired. I'm up early. I don't, you know, by the time I get dinner done and everything, I don't want to get on the phone. I'm not chipper, and you have to be smiling. They know if you're happy or not. So I actually did it on a Saturday. I sat, you know, I was like, well, when's it too early? I'm like, all right, I think from 11 to 2, I made a phone call from a whole event that I did, and I got 3 parties booked. And I had some very nice conversations with people that are being snowbirds, and they'd say, call me back in April when I'm back in Jersey. So you have to keep trying. I wasn't going to keep calling every day at noon because that worked for me, and nobody was getting it, nobody was calling me back. You know, I started saying, well, I'm calling about that rap raffle that you entered in. You know, I have some great news. Give me a call. You know, I would never tell them, and then people are still not calling. So I'm like, well, that didn't work. So again, always switch up what you do, but this is the time for you to be digging out all those slips. You know, pull out the hundreds list. As corny as that sounds, start writing down people. You know, in kimhaber.net we have the memory jogger. You can print that right off, and it seriously does jog your memory. Again, as corny as that sounds. It'll be hairdresser, and you can be thinking of who you know who's a hairdresser. It'll say, you know, nurse. You think of who's a nurse. Mom, you know, whatever it is, it'll get your mind thinking, and you put it on your hundreds list. And then commit to making phone calls, even if it's just 3 a day.
Kim,
1 a day.
Dave and I try to write on our raffle slips, we try to write something on the back about the person, either what we talked to them about or something that will reflect the memory of that person when you're calling them. So you're not just calling blind and saying, like, I don't even know who this person was. So you make a connection with that person. So we always try to write in the back whether it was something they told us about what they wanted to lose or what they've tried or not tried, so that when you're going through those a month from now, recalling, that you try to remember that person, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. And even when you do talk to them, like I will write on the back of their slip, spoken to her, she was out the door, running, whatever, like I'll just put a little note, I'll follow up with an email, it was nice talking to you, just kind of go over what, you know, just kind of, it's going to take a lot of follow-up.
We do the same thing at our house, and we just had our first 3 people tell us not to call them anymore.
Oh, that happened to me.
After they tell you to stop calling.
Go ahead.
When do you finally take the no? Because I listened to Cammie's YouTube video about following up and, well, did I offend you? And I finally had one of those people where we started talking and she wanted to rap. Then we finally got to the point where she just stopped responding. So I'm like, I hope I didn't offend you, ... And still nothing.
That's not a no. That's a no, not right now.
No. Until they
tell you,
calling.
yeah.
Okay.
That's not a no. Just a bad time. It's fine.
Don't stalk her every week.
Kim got stalked for what, a year?
Over a year, like once a month she'd check in. With my old
That's what I was
business.
thinking. Add her to my once a month check-in list.
Yeah.
I called a girl last week, and I said, all right, I'm going to call you. She said, oh, call me back next week. I'll try to get a party together. So I put on my planner, call so-and-so on Monday. So I called her back. She goes, now is not a good time, and she hung up on me. So I said, well, I thought, and she just hung up. So I'm going to email her now.
So give her a couple weeks and be like, is now a good time?
Right.
Change your voice.
Alicia.
My sister-in-law sent me this email with some really cool apps for your smartphones. It's called any.do. And like I forget things sometimes. I'm a mom of 7. I'm crazy busy. And so this thing keeps reminding you and reminding you and reminding you until you tell it to stop.
I love any do.
It's so awesome.
It bothers me so much.
It bothers me with you, but the thing is that it keeps reminding you. You can set the reminder for, it's very easy to set up, so you don't have to be tech savvy to do it.
I'm looking at her
I know,
right
she's
now.
looking. It's on your phone. It'll say, call Lisa, and then you can say snooze. 15 minutes. You could say, you could say it's done, but it'll keep reminding you, and it'll keep reminding you, or I'll say like file taxes or call a team member, and it'll keep coming up, and it'll keep coming up. If you don't do it, it keeps reminding you until it's done. I need that. Like, I need that. Don't forget Lisa, and it's not crazy. It'll come like every 15 minutes or something, but any do. I think it's
It's
gonna be my
awesome.
new best friend.
Any dot do?
Any dot do. It's an awesome app.
Any dot do.
Any dot do.
So, for those that are coming to conference, I don't want you guys to think that it's going to be a magic pill that you're going to go there and you come home and you're going to be making $1 million by the end of the year. You are going to be exposed to people just like you that have done it. You're going to hear great announcements. You're going to meet the heart of the company. You're going to have a lot of fun, and you're going to come back really fired up. But if you don't, again, open up your toolbox and use those tools to build your business, it's not going to happen. So I don't want you guys to go there thinking, oh, all I have to do is go to conference. People say it's magic, and I went from executive to diamond. She worked her butt off
I did.
to get there.
Mhm.
You will never hear anybody say, I'm making all this money, and it was so easy.
No.
You will never hear that.
It was simple, but it wasn't easy.
No, it is simple steps. It's wrapping people. Those that wrap the most win. So you have to figure out how to get wraps on people. You need to talk about it. You need to blitz. You need to do social media. You need to ask for referrals, and you just have to keep
Just
doing
listen
that.
to those people that they're going to be interviewing on the stage, because they're no different than we are.
Nope.
They all started in a room like this, and they're all up there. We can all do it.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So that's pretty much all that I've got. Oh, actually, I have one more devotional.
Devotional.
And then if
Your
those
book's
have
up
to
there.
go, they can go. This is tomorrow's, actually. I thought tomorrow's devotional was worth saying tonight because it's almost over today. It's called Expand Your Horizons. We can find this in Psalms 31, and it says, Be strong and take heart, all you who hope in the Lord. Perhaps we started with big dreams in our hearts. We're going to excel in our careers, excel as parents, excel in our walks with God. We get started, but then things get difficult, and achieving our goals doesn't happen as quickly as we had hoped. Discouragement sets in, and we start to give up. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I am not going to settle for mediocrity. Nothing may be going my way right now, but I am going to trust God to help me expand my horizons and keep believing for all that He has for me. I'm going to make it. Focus on your goal, set your course, and have the attitude, I'm going to reach my full potential in God. I'm going to start living my best life now. So that's what I leave you with. It's totally up to you. And I think last year we were all kind of figuring it out, and really there's not anything majorly new that I have to tell you other than, do it.
Go to work.
Just do it. Go to work. And it's not always going to be easy, but when it's good, it's really good. Right? There's nothing like you're excited you got a wrap party or whatever. So, focus on the action. That was Katie's thing in our leader dinner that we had. To focus on the action, not the outcome. And just work every day to take one step forward. And don't sit there and do a step forward because you want a cause and effect. Just do it blindly, knowing that by doing that, it's going to grow your business. You're going to turn around and have this beautiful garden someday. And just trust that. And have fun, because this is fun. It's a fun business. So thank you guys all for coming. Feel free to kind of mingle with anybody for those that are not in a rush to go out. There is, right now, actually, the conference call.